In this video, I'm going to show you how to do GoHighLevel A2P 10DLC registration. If you have a GoHighLevel account and you want to send text messages to US or Canada-based phone numbers, you have to go through this process. Here, A2P stands for application to person. Application means GoHighLevel. Person means the number you're sending the message to. And 10DLC is basically 10-digit long code. So this is a registration process to get your phone number that you have inside your GoHighLevel SMS enabled. Now, this registration process will require your business documents. So basically, if you have an LLC, you have an EIN, and you have your CP575 form PDF, we will use those documents to get it A2P registered. If you don't have an EIN, that's totally fine because we can still get approved under sole proprietor, although there are some limitations. Now, is this process difficult? Definitely yes, because this is something that you have to do while setting up your GoHighLevel account. And if you're new to GoHighLevel, it's very common that you won't know a lot of these things, which is exactly why I'm making this video. So right now you can see an account on the screen that recently got approved. We actually followed a very simple process for approval for this account, and that's the exact process I'm going to share with you in this video. So watch the full thing, because if you even miss a tiny detail, your campaign could get rejected. Okay, I'm on my screen and you can see we have a document here, which I will share with you. So you will find the link to this document in this video's description. This is basically a document that pretty much has everything that you need for your A2P submission. So it has a 100% success rate if you follow the steps properly. I can guarantee you that you will get approved with a 100% success rate, but the requirement is you have to follow everything that is mentioned in this document. If you have an EIN number, the registration process will include your business information submission, right? So you have to submit your CP575 form, and also you have to put your EIN number. So this will be applicable to any of these business setups. If you have an LLC, corporation, partnership, registered business that has an EIN number. If you have that, you have to get these things. So exact legal business name as shown in IRS records, EIN number, obviously, CP575 EIN confirmation letter, DBA. So if you have doing business as, then business entity type. So the type of business, the category, business industry, live publicly accessible business website. So we will talk about this website part later, because we're not going to use a traditional website while submitting our A2P. Registered business address, business support email, preferably using the business domain. So instead of using an @gmail.com or @yahoo.com, I'm not saying we must. It's highly recommended that we use a business domain, like something @website.com. Business phone number, authorized representatives, full name, title, email, phone number. So in this case, it's going to be you if you own the business or if you represent the business. If you have a sole proprietor brand, so you don't have your EIN, so in that case you will get approved via sole proprietor. So in this case, you don't have an EIN, you operate as an individual, you are located in the United States or Canada, meets the platform's sole proprietor eligibility requirements. So in that case, you'll have to have your legal first name, last name. You'll have, if you're doing DBA, you have to get that. Personal email address. So in this case, it will be your own email address. Mobile number. So in this case, the phone number can't be an LC or a Twilio number. Make sure you have a real phone number that belongs to your phone. Physical US or Canada address. That's very important. Government issued identification. So in this case, it could be a passport or driving license. Live website. Again, the website will be a subdomain. Hey everyone, I just wanted to quickly share with you my school community, where if you join, you'll get to ask me questions about issues that you're facing on GoHighLevel, automation, ads, AI, vibe coding, any of that stuff. If I show you the classroom, it's packed with courses on Google Ads, Meta Ads, GoHighLevel, agency. It has resources like prompts, SOPs, onboarding documents. We have courses on Claude Code, vibe coding, AI Studio, and all that stuff. Also, these courses are updated on a regular basis. I check the recent trends all the time and update any courses if necessary. Moving on to the calendars area, we have a couple of live calls every week. First one is on Tuesdays. This is a weekly Q&A where you can join live on Zoom and ask me questions about any issues you're facing directly. The other one is the weekly coaching session. We are covering specific topics every week where you get to join live and ask me questions while I'm covering that topic. With that said, if you're looking for a community where you get constant support for your agency or your business or your marketing profession, depending on which field you're in, this is the community you're looking for. So once you join, we'll speak soon. And now let's get back to the video. For this approval process, we will use a subdomain, and trust me, it gets approved. Don't worry about if you're not submitting your own website. There's a lot of problems when you put your own website, because you have to change a lot of things which you don't want to do. And I have everything in a GoHighLevel snapshot, which I will share with you. So you basically need to load the snapshot in your GoHighLevel and then follow just a few steps to prepare that for A2P approval. So the steps are pretty simple. First, you need to click on this link and then you need to load this snapshot in your GoHighLevel account. A lot of people make this mistake and they start complaining in the comment section, which is why I just want to clarify this. While clicking on this link, if you want to load this snapshot to your GoHighLevel account, you have to do something. So you have to log into your app.gohighlevel.com. Do not log in under your own white labeled domain. So right now my white label domain is app.myleadbuster.com. So if I'm logged in under app.myleadbuster and I go here and I click on this, it's going to take me to a GoHighLevel sign up page because I'm not signed up under app.gohighlevel.com. So a lot of people think that this is my clever way of, getting their affiliate income. It's not. I just want to clarify that. Just log in under app.gohighlevel.com. And the other thing you need to do is you need to make sure you have an agency access to that account. All right. So you have agency level access to the GoHighLevel account that you are loading this snapshot to. So once you load this snapshot, just click on this and then it will ask you, okay, do you want to import this snapshot? You'll say yes. So once imported, that's it. You can watch this video if you need any help with it. Connect the subdomain. So I have videos on how to connect subdomains. So once you load this snapshot in your account, you have to basically install it on an account. So let me show you how to install this snapshot on an account. Okay, I'm on my GoHighLevel agency level. So if I go to sub accounts, as you can see, I'm not in any sub account right now. I'm on the agency level. Now, if I go to sub accounts and let's say this is the account I'm going to use for A2P approval. So I'll just click on this first. And from here, I will go to actions and then go to snapshot actions, load snapshot. And here you will select the snapshot that you imported in step 1. This step basically shows how to import this account to your agency level. Now you have the snapshot, you have to install it on the sub account that needs A2P approval. So here you will just basically select the snapshot that you imported. Everything will be here, select all, that's fine. And then also select all here and do proceed. So once you do proceed, it will ask you to confirm because in case there is any conflict in custom values or stuff, it's just going to override that. And that's not going to break any of the existing setups that you have in that account. So don't worry about it. There we go. So this is how you can push the snapshot to the sub account. Now, after installing the snapshot, what you will do is switch to sub account. We don't have anything else to do on the agency level. Now we will go to this sub account that we want to get the A2P registration. We will go to settings and then first of all, we will go to domains and URL redirects. Here we have to connect a subdomain. So just click on connect a domain, connect, and then enter your subdomain. So basically, let's say schedule.personalinjurylawyer.com. Now this part is your domain. I'm using a demonstration here, so it's not a real subdomain, but in your case, it has to be a real subdomain. It could be schedule, it could be appointment, it could be something like booking or something. So you will create a subdomain like this and then hit done, enter record manually. So this is something that you have to populate in your DNS zone of the domain. So if you have a hosting that you're using like a Hostinger or GoDaddy, wherever your domain or hosting is, you have to go there. And then you have to find the DNS management. So it's very simple to find. If you're using GoDaddy, for example, just go to Google and then search for GoDaddy DNS zone management. And then you will see tons of videos and you will see Google AI also recommending how to navigate to the DNS zone for GoDaddy. Once you are in it, you just have to populate this. It will be a CNAME record. This is the host, this is the value. Just put it and then come back and verify this. It's very simple. So once it's verified, you will basically link this domain to the funnel that we have in the snapshot. So this is the funnel in the snapshot. There we go. So this is going to be connected to the domain that you created. Again, you can watch the video on how to connect your subdomain. So this is the video that you can watch. It has everything that you need, but most of you know how to connect subdomain to funnels. So that's totally fine. Once you connect your subdomain to this funnel, what you need to do is go to settings and go to custom values. Here, you need to upload all the values for these fields, okay? So first of all, business email, just enter your business email here. and then do the same thing for logo. Now, for logo, what you can do is go to your media storage here and upload the logo. Just click on upload and then upload the file. Once you upload it, it will give you a link. Just click on get link, go back to custom values. And I'm talking about custom values, not fields, just so you don't get confused. And just put your link here. So that's all you need to do for uploading the logo. And this is very important because if any of these go wrong, that's why I said in the beginning of the video, you have to follow each and every step properly. Otherwise, your campaign may get rejected. And the logo, email, phone number, address, everything plays a very important role here. Now, you know how to upload all these things. What about privacy policy and terms and conditions? Now, that is why we have the funnel in the snapshot and we connected a subdomain to it. Once you connect the subdomain, if you come over to the terms and conditions, it will generate a terms and conditions page link here. So you'll have to take that link. Let's say your terms and conditions link is schedule.personalurl.com/terms and conditions. All right. So you have to go back here and then go to terms and conditions. You have to upload that here. Okay. So under value, you will say HTTPS schedule.personaljury. This is an example page, but this is something that will be generated once you connect your subdomain to the funnel. So just copy and paste the terms and conditions and privacy policy. That's all you need to do. Now, once you do that, you'll use this booking page as your website URL. Now we will go to the A2P wizard so I can show you how it's done. So let's go to settings, go to phone numbers, and then we will go to Trust Center, and then we will start the registration process. Now, where is your business registered? You will say US or Canada. Now, if you don't have a business, just select the country you're in. And here where it says, does your business have a tax ID? If you're a sole prop, just click on this. If you have an EIN and CP575, if you can submit all of that stuff, just click on this and continue. Once you click on that, you have a tax ID, you will have to upload your CP5754 that has the EIN mention in it. So just upload that PDF and then you'll have to enter your legal business name, business type, business industry will be EIN, so it's already pre-selected. This is the EIN number where you have to enter it here. Business email, preferably the domain-based email since we are doing it for a business. If you don't have that, you can use Gmail or yahoo.com, but that has a slower approval process, but that's fine. So business region of operations will be US and Canada. So this is what you have to do. In the next step, you have to upload the business address, and then in the next part, you will have to enter your contact information. So I'm not going to get into that because the more important part is the campaign details, but you have to enter everything correctly here. In the business details, we've already talked about what you have to enter. The business address is basically upload your physical address, the business where the business is registered. The third one is contact information. So your name, your email address, your phone number. That's it. So it might send you an OTP code. That's why use a phone number that is already with you. So you can enter the OTP sent to your mobile number. Now, if you don't have a tax ID or EIN, what you have to do is you have to click on no, my business doesn't have a tax ID, continue. Here you have to upload your business name. If your business is not registered, that's fine, but enter that name, or you can use your own name as well as the business name. Select the business industry and then enter the phone number. Now, this is where you need to be careful because this phone number can't really belong to any other LC provider or Twilio number. Basically, it can't be a number from another GoHighLevel account or Twilio account. You have to use a real mobile number that is with you so you can enter the OTP sent to this. VoIP and lead connector numbers aren't accepted. So they've already clarified that here. So once you do that, you have to enter your address. So it could be your own physical address or business address, and then the contact information. So once you go through these process, that's basically it for the business details. Now, the second part is where things get a little bit more interesting. Okay, everyone, I just moved to another GoHighLevel account. This is actually a real client account. So I just wanted to show you how we would go through this process. As you can see, this account, unlike the other one, has a subdomain connected, and the terms and conditions, the privacy policy, everything's uploaded. If we go to settings and if we go to custom values, these things will be blurred. Now, this is actually an account that's active and being used. That's why we have a lot of other snapshots as well. But if we look at the terms and conditions page, you can see that we have the terms and conditions page and the privacy policy page uploaded over here. Let's go back And I just want to show you how you would go through the campaign registration process. Now we have gone through the first part, which is the business details, your own details and everything, the address and stuff. So everything's done on first part. Now the second part is where you have to set up the messaging volume. So just go for low volume because you're not going to do thousands and thousands of text messages every day. Just go for the low volume. And once you're done, you will come here where it says chat widget setup. So this is the important part. Enter your business website here. So the business website will be the same subdomain that you connected with that funnel. And if you use your own website, it's going to cause issues because then the A2P guys, those who check the A2P campaign, they will check the terms and conditions and privacy policy of your own website rather than checking what we have in the snapshot. So the reason why I created the snapshot is just so you don't have to go through all these changes in your website. So in the funnel, we already have the approved terms and conditions, everything that complies with the rules. So that's why we'll put your own subdomain URL instead of your own website. Let me just quickly refresh. So once you enter your website, you'll see that it says copy and install the widget code. So basically copy this code and let me open this in a new tab. Okay, I'm back in the funnels section. So I just copied this code from here. I have to go back to my funnels and then in the funnel setting for the A2P funnel, go to settings and in the head tracking code, enter this code. That's all you need to do. By doing this, we're just making sure we have the code here. There we go. So that's the chat widget. It's populating on the funnel. Now we will just click on I confirm that the chat widget collects phone numbers or SMS, whatever it says. Confirm, copy code and continue. And here, everything stays as it is. It's not editable, by the way. So everything will stay as it is. And that's why it's easier than doing it manually. You can obviously do it manually, but I don't recommend it anymore. I recently did a video where I did it manually, but that's when the chat widget method was launched. So everything stays as it is, and then you will check mark all of these here. Now, once you do that, you'll review application. And basically, this is a software that goes through your pages, like the terms and conditions, the privacy policy, everything. So it will go through all of that, and then it will make sure everything is following the rules and everything's A2P compliant. Once that happens, you'll just hit proceed and submit it for A2P registration. That's the entire process. So load the snapshot, install the snapshot on an account, connect a subdomain, and then copy over the custom values, like populate all the custom values. After that, go to the A2P wizard and then follow the chat widget rule that I just showed you. You must make sure that you are entering all the details for the business or your personal information properly, otherwise it may get rejected. And then once you have that, go to this chat widget setup, copy the code, put it in your funnel, and then follow these steps. That's basically the easiest way of getting A2P approved in your GoHighLevel by far. So as you can see, it's passed now. So now we can proceed and submit it for A2P registration. Once you submit, it will take a day or 2 days to get it A2P approved. And once it's approved, which it will be, and then you can start sending messages to any US or Canada based phone numbers. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about this process or if you want me to make any follow-up videos on it, and I will see you in the next one.